Hi guys, different device today because my other one doesn't want to record anything. So here we are. Here's if you can't really see, my lighting's a bit messed up. These are the tomatoes that we planted as seedlings, and they have got to the point where we need to put them into something else. So I've got some pots here. I've also got some paper because we're going to need to put them into something, and the only trouble I've got here is the compost is very fine, so it's going to go through. I don't know if you're going to be able to see much of what I'm doing, but I'm going to try. So yeah, here's to beginning to do this. Right, if you get to see my face, I don't really care at this point. I can probably smudge it, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to get to put some paper, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm just going to get one of these pots, and then I'm going to just line the pot with it so that the compost does not fall out the bottom. And then it won't matter if it's like for drainage. I was going to use some sort of grit, but we only seem to have the grit that's probably going to rot the plant, so that won't make a difference, will it? So yeah, we can't use the rock salt for this, so it's got to be like horse grit, and I don't have any. So I'm just going to use this, and then I'm just going to put it in the bottom of the pot, and then put the soil in the top. The thing about these plants is, when you do tomatoes, you don't have to just plant the whole thing into, you can just plant them as far as you like, because the good thing about tomatoes is they can actually grow roots on the stem, so you tend to not have an issue with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some and line these pots. I've got 4, and then the soil doesn't come out of the bottoms. And then I'm also going to put them in, and we're going to go in the process of doing that. So now we need to go into this grow bag, and we need to get the compost out, which is at the moment harder than it looks. So, whoops, I'm going to just use this shovel, and I'm just going to, sorry about the lighting, it's shocking in this hallway, and I'm all over the place with the camera. I do apologise. I am using a device I can't usually use, so different camera. We're just going to generally fill these pots up like so, and then these can go straight into the greenhouse like this. Don't worry about the mess, you just got to worry about the rabbit. Give up, for goodness sake. Making a mess, it's not necessary. Do you mind? Just a minute, guys, while I just tame this rabbit. Tamed the rabbit. Now look at the mess she's made, though. Never mind. She's a rabbit at the end of the day. They do that. We just have to start again. So just do that. Fill it up. And then repeat the process again, because the rabbit just did that, so I'll do that. Right, guys. We can now do the rest of this. Also, if anybody wants to know where you can get compost from in the middle of January, I ordered mine in December and I got it from Amazon. It wasn't the cheapest, but I bought it. So if anybody fancies paying £7 for a bag of compost, go for it. I don't recommend it, because it's a bit expensive when you can get a bag at like a local store for like £2. But at the end of the day, it's what I'm working with here, especially when I've got a situation with the weather conditions and stuff like that at the moment, and I'm growing stuff indoors, not outdoors. So yeah, these tomato plants will see the outside, maybe never, because I won't be growing them outside, they'll be growing inside. That's what I'm working with, you see, because I'm not necessarily going to be doing it. I'm just gonna get this, and yeah, I think the root to that just snapped off. I don't know, I can't really see. Never mind, if it has, it has. We'll just have to put it in and hope for the best. I'm afraid this sort of thing happens, guys. And if the has snapped off the root, it's not exactly my fault, it's just happened. We can always try again. Bit of a shame, but we can. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Just planted it right in there, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to do the same with the other and repeat the step. I'm back, guys. After all that and a rabbit nearly chewing my seedlings, I don't know if you can see those, but I've put them all in and I've got them in a box. Might be able to see that one a bit better, but they're all looking a bit like that. But I planted them very deep in so that just the actual leaves were showing. So yeah, I can't put the rabbit down right now, so she's in my arms. Because if I put her down, she's going to chew all the tops of them and there won't be any left. So I'm going to put the light with my other hand. You can see them. But yeah, did that, sorted it, and that's now going in the greenhouse to be watered.